I do want to also talk about the fucking hardest man alive. I couldn't believe this fucking story when I read it. Like, it
Right.
blew my mind. Right. What's your pain threshold like?
I like to say not bad. Like, I've had my appendix explode, and I dealt with it. Like, when
Yeah,
it
took it on the
actually burst, I did leave out a big ah, but that was it. No like crying. So all right, I guess. I mean, I've dislocated some fingers, but I never really had a big break. Never broke a tibia. It hasn't been tested that much, I guess I'd say, except for the appendix. Like, that's about it.
Mine's pretty good. As I
Some
said, fingers
toothaches.
chopped off, reattached.
Yeah.
Slipped disc in my back one time. That
Oh
was
yeah,
fucking-
scorpion sting. Did take
Took
that
that
so,
on the chin.
Yeah, that went bad.
Although you were worried you were going to die.
Yeah. Was for you, like.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's got nothing to do with nothing.
Nobody wants to lose
You
a
can't
leg,
really
like.
have true bravery without fear, Sam. That's kind of how
Exactly.
it works, you know. But anyway, I've heard some fucking stories that blow my mind, like medical, you know, feats of endurance, feats of pain. I've never heard nothing like this. This is gonna fucking blow you away. No
Right.
shit. Right. This is a guy in Canada who had 7.6 centimeter length tweezers stuck in his urethra for 4 years.
Did he not know what? Did he just allow it to happen?
Oh, he knew someone was up, mate. He knew someone was wrong.
Maybe
like.
fucking check the oil, mate. You know what I mean? Lift the hood, fucking have a look. How can you notice?
No, so what happened was he had a surgery in a clinic in Saudi Arabia.
Nah, mate. No. That's so much worse, man.
Yeah, no. And
As if
they left.
someone's left it in there.
Yeah, they left it in his fucking hog's eye.
How
like, you don't even yeah.
how did they even have access to hog, like?
Well, it doesn't say. Look, it says here. The author didn't explain how or why the man lodged the tweezers in his urethra. However, they wrote, in general, foreign bodies are most commonly inserted into the urinary tract by patients. But here's the thing. You don't just take that on the chin for 4 years. And why would it be surgical tweezers? So he's saying the clinic's lying about it.
Yeah.
Either way, he's been rocking that for 4 fucking years. 4 years. Now listen, there's even an X-ray there. I mean, Sam, like, explain it to me, mate. It's in like. Do you see what I'm saying there? Like, fucking get me out, man.
Right. So you can see the light grey part towards the tweezers is where his knob goes. So it's
Yeah.
so you can see where it's spread. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's a very like faint grey outline of the skin, and then the tweezers are opening, so they're like spreading their urethra, which is making it more wide. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and you can see the bottom part of the tweezers just sticking in.
No,
like,
it's fucked up, man.
dug in.
I mean, honestly, like, not much fucking makes me like cringe and fucking, you know what I mean? But let me tell you, I passed a kidney stone once. You'll get fucking religious if you ever pass a kidney stone, by the way. Like, you'll just get fucking,
Father,
you'll just get
heaven, hallowed be
religious
thy name, thy kingdom
straight
come, thy
away.
will be done.
No, you'll just get
Screaming.
you get religious. I remember one time when I was in a urinal as a kid with my uncle Reuben. We'd been out. We'd been out on the lash. Don't think I was old enough to be on the lash. I think I'd had 1 or 2. It was a working men's club in the northeast. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. Serving alcohol to fucking 12-year-olds. Yeah, no bother. He's got to learn
He's only had
sometime.
2 weeks, all right.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to learn sometime. He's got to start drinking sometime. Definitely doesn't. Like, fair enough. Anyway, I remember my uncle Reuben. He's only got 1 leg, and he fucking had his arm against the wall like this. And he was having a piss, and mate, he had a kidney stone all up in there, and he was fucking just. I'm like, are you all right, mate? What are you doing? He's got a kidney stone. Like, just making these fucking animal noises, like giving birth or whatever. And when they come out, man, they're fucking tiny. So it happened to me like not that long ago, a couple of years back. And I'll tell you, brother. Whew, I still got one in there. Apparently, it's just too big to come out. It's all.
Does it hurt in there? Like, does it do anything while it's in there, or is it fine until it comes out?
You get the occasional ache. I just drink through it usually. Not a big deal. But yeah. Anyway, when this one came out, mate, they told me it was going to be painful. I was like, how bad can it be? It's 0.5 millimeter across. That's fuck all. Compared to your urethra, that's quite big. And it's literally like, they're not even like grit, because grit has like rounded...
Yeah, it's like sharp, pointy.
Stone. Yeah, these are deliberately sharp, pointy. They're all calcified. So they like dig in as they come down your urethra and scrape every fucking centimetre that they creep down while you're pissing. That's when you get them into the urethra. That's when the real fun begins. But you can feel them knocking about before you even get them in there. You know something's not quite right. It's passing through the bladder and all that shit. And then by the time it gets to the urethra, which is super fucking long, it's fucking unreal. And you're just feeling it. Basically, a kidney stone crawls through your urethra like fucking Andy Dufresne in fucking Shawshank, just slow grinding on his elbows. It's fucking rough, mate. So anyway, yeah, you get religious. You do get fucking religious immediately. Like, God, please, I'll do anything. No painkillers work. Just nothing takes it away.
Oh, I got religious on the way over as well. I was going to tell you about big bumps on the plane. I know you're a classic fan of big bump, but almost the air hostess went flying, but she almost took her head out on the luggage rack, and I immediately like, please God, if you were real, allow me to land. I was watching those air traffic control videos as well, but before I went, so that didn't help a lot. Although nobody dies on them, so.
Every time I come back from Amsterdam, by the way, bumps.
Oh, I know.
I don't think I've ever had a flight. Yeah, it's just windy as fuck, and like, I don't know why.
I don't know. I think it's the approach. Like every time I land in there as well, it's always bumpy. I think they've got to like do a whip round when they fucking come in, like do a sharp turn. Because every time I come to land, it's always one quick whip round, few bumps, go through the clouds. Everyone thinks they're gonna die, and we're on the floor. So.
I do like as well how 50 viewers just disconnected during the kidney stone bit. Nah, fuck this. This is shite. I didn't come on this irreverent, made-up podcast to listen to fucking that. So out they go.
On my Tuesday.
Yeah, how long does it take? For me, it was, from once I knew it was in there to getting it out, I mean, it felt like an eternity, but realistically, it was probably only like, 7 hours, 8 hours, something like that.
All right.
But, yeah, it was fucking grim. And then what's really weird is, at the end, when it's out, it's this tiny little thing, like a grain of fucking sand, and you're like, fucking hell, am I a pussy or what? Like, what's going on there? But nah, it is unreal. I think doctors have said it's the only thing analogous to labour that a man will ever go through. It's the only thing that's even vaguely close. But yeah, the idea that this guy's just fucking walking around with that going on, straight tweezer knobs in, for fucking years, mate, just taking it on the chin. Who is this fucking guy? Who is this guy? Like, I also don't like the fact that it makes out that this is a more common occurrence than you would want to think. Like, I mean, I've seen loads of stories on the NHS, like where people get sewn back up and they've got fucking. I don't understand how that happens. Like, you just like, right, his organs are there. We'll sew them up, shall we? Do you want to have a look and see if there's anything fucking silver and shiny inside him just before we do close them up? Like, they never do it. But the idea that you would fucking have that in your penis is mind blowing to me. And also as well, the way the hospital's trying to make out he was doing it for sexual gratification.
I know. People
are into some weird, freaky shit. But when something goes wrong when you're doing something like that, like, we've all heard that story about the guy who he's got a lemon up his ass.
Yeah.
And he says he slipped on it in the shower, you know what I mean? We all know that story.
Fell onto a bottle of ketchup with a condom on it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no.
Slipped, whoopsies.
I slipped on some soap and this fucking 24-inch dildo just fucking snaked its way up my ring. Like, no, obviously,
it's a double ender, mate, and it's attached to another man.
But the point is, like, you obviously fucking, you go to the doctor when it's gone wrong, like 100%. Like, you don't just sit on it for 4 fucking years in absolute excruciating pain. If you've done it and you know it's in there and you know it's wrong. But yeah, he just thought he had something. He was like, I just had some strange pressure and pain down there. I'm like, fucking hell, man. What an absolute fucking animal that guy is. Do you want to fucking... Serious? Do you want to get him in MMA? Go sign him up to MMA now. Teach him now. Because his pain threshold's unreal. Like, he's never tapping that guy. Like, what are you going to... Snapping my arm at the elbow? That's fucking no. I had a fucking pair of tweezers in my fucking urethra for 4 years.
Just have to break all his limbs, mate, and win by points when he crawls around. Just giving him the odd kick. Fucking fuck off.